You really become that person. Once you put on that khaki uniform, you put on the glasses, you take the nightstick, and you act the part.
And to be psychologically and physically healthy to participate.
Relationship to social conventions and situations.
Still is a prison to me. I don't look on it as an experiment or a simulation. It's just a prison that was run by psychologists instead of run by the state.
In 1904, a Russian physiologist named Ivan Pavlov won the Nobel Prize for studies on digestion. During his experimentation, he discovered his dog was salivating when Pavlov's assistant entered the room.
Food.
Pavlov realized he could condition his dog to salivate to any stimuli. So, he paired the dog food with the bell. And soon, the dog salivated to the bell itself.
Полная! Идите сюда. Что я говорил?
In 1920, John Watson, a behaviorist, replicated Pavlov's study on a baby known in the psych world as Little Albert. Watson's goal was to condition the baby to fear white rats. As you can see, Little Albert initially had no fear of animals whatsoever. When a white rat approached Little Albert, the assistant made a loud noise that scared Little Albert. After pairing the two stimuli together several times, Little Albert developed a fear for white rats, or anything furry or white for that matter. Unfortunately, Little Albert was never desensitized from this fear, and it continued to haunt him for the rest of his life. In 1950, Solomon Nash conducted a study on conformity. A volunteer is told he is taking a part on a visual perception test. What he doesn't know is that the other participants are actors, and he's the only person taking part in the real test. The task is to simply match the line length. The correct answer is 2.
1. 1. 2.
1.
Once again, the answer is 2.
3. 3. 3. 3.
3.
The volunteer did indeed conform with the group. In 1960, Harry Harlow experimented on rhesus monkeys to demonstrate the impact of love during childhood. In this clip, he is showing how the monkey is much more dependent on the mother that provides comfort than the mother that provides food.
He's going to the wire mother. He's got to eat to live.
The rhesus monkey spent 17 to 18 hours with the cloth mother and less than 1 hour with the wire mother. This demonstrates the concept of contact comfort. In 1971, Philip Zimbardo set out to create a mock prison in Stanford to test the impact of role-playing. 24 students were selected to play the roles of both prisoners and guards. The volunteers agreed to participate for a 2-week period in exchange for $15 a day. The prisoners and guards were given clothes to wear accordingly. It wasn't long until the guards quit pretending and began to think they were real guards. Sadly, this meant for a lot of punishment and harassment for the prisoners. The guards made the prisoners do a lot of push-ups. They even hit them with weapons. Some of the prisoners were so depressed that they stopped talking. Zimbardo realized that this experiment was way out of control and had to end it after the 6th day. One thing we can learn from this is that situation can have a huge impact on human behavior. Stanley Milgram was fascinated by how Nazis were so obedient to their Führer.
Under what conditions would a person obey authority who commanded actions that went against conscience?
In 1974, Milgram conducted a shock experiment in Yale to study obedience. The participants were asked to deliver electric shocks to learners for every incorrect answer. The shock level started at 30 volts and increasing in 15-volt increments all the way up to 450. An authority figure who sat behind the participants would tell them to continue if they were to stop proceeding. In reality, the learner was actually a Confederate who was pretending to be shocked. The purpose of the experiment was to determine how far people were willing to go in order to obey the commands of an authority figure.
Incorrect. You'll now get a shock of 105. Incorrect. 150 volts. Sad face.
Wait a minute. That's all. Get me out of here.
Wrong. It's hair. 75 volts, Jim. You don't know. Please continue.
That's all. Get me out of here. I told you I had heart trouble. My heart's starting to bother me now. Get me out of here. You keep me here. Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out.
Continue, please.
Let me out of here. My heart's bothering me. Let
Go
me
on.
out. Let me out.
Responsible for it. This will be at 3:30.
Some participants were reluctant to continue. 65% others gave in to the authority and delivered severe shocks, few of which went all the way up to 450 volts.